This is exciting. This is exciting.
Oh.
This is exciting. I can't even do the intro. My face hurts. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the As Is podcast. Believe it or not, we got approved to do this show past the pilot episode, and that's because we approved it. And no actual people.
like a hair approval, but it was there.
A half-ass Google search.
Right.
But here we are. We're going to cover hyper local news. We're going to cover real estate news, pop culture, trends, whatever comes to mind. Boys?
We're going to keep it very as is, whatever comes to mind.
Keep it real, baby.
Keep it real.
As is, just like those home inspections.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of home inspections are not as is anymore. Not this year.
They say they are, but then, no, it's not true.
Yep.
Right. Like, investor property homes, a lot of times, they try to sell them as is, right? And then
it's not the
no
case.
matter what, they always ask for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Always do. Technically, every contract, though, in Jersey is an as-is sale.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
But what does as is mean?
Well, it means as is, where is. And I usually know that because realtors like to put that in all caps in the description. And I'm like, okay, sorry.
What does that mean, though? Like, you're not going to move the house?
I guess what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. Correct. And that's how it is. But it's in the seller's best interest to negotiate potentially a process of the home inspection. Hey, there's ABC that needs to be fixed. Let's discuss it.
Right.
You don't have to say yes to them, but you should entertain it or you will lose that offer. But in this crazy market that we've been in, I mean, there's so many buyers that they're willing to surpass it. And they'll be like, I'll take care of it myself. So technically, as is has been very approved.
Is it still as crazy as it's been?
Some towns, yeah. Yeah, but we're talking 2025. Things have changed a little bit, but I'm still experiencing a multi-bid situation.
Because my little research that I've done, the market is cooling.
Okay.
If you guys are feeling,
you have to do research on that.
Yeah, I had to do research.
You're gonna have on your homework.
So nationally, home price growth has decelerated. Mortgage rates have dipped to 6.5, lowest of the year, projected to sit at 6.4 range at the end of the year.
That is true. That is true.
And inventory has actually rose in the last 3 months, 11% over New Jersey.
I believe that.
Risen.
Rose.
Says Rose.
Let's go with that.
We'll go with that.
ChatGPT said it, so we're gonna go with it.
Do you guys feel that?
Yeah, for sure.
The rise.
The rise. Is this a plug for real? Don't say rise. Don't say rise twice. So, yeah, I mean, it really depends on the town and the condition of the house. Buyers are more condition sensitive this year than every year. It seems like it's been getting worse since the last 4 years.
Yeah.
The difference now, I think this year is the mood of the market. Like, whereas we've had higher interest rates and prices for 2 years, this year it's like the buyers and sellers are okay with the deal dying. Like, I don't really want to move,
Yeah.
Have you felt that?
You're not the first person to say that. I was talking to another agent. She was saying the same thing. She's like, I'm feeling like all my clients are willing to lose their security deposit, for example, or their initial deposit.
Yeah.
Right. Because you know what? I'd rather just find something else. Or, I think that the market is going to cool down. So I'm rather to lose my 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, whatever it is. I've heard that multiple times, which is wild to hear. But yeah.
I've had sellers that are like, I think the market's going to get better. So I'm just going to take it off the market and wait for it to get better. I'm like, well, how long are you willing to wait?
Yeah.
I don't what if it doesn't get better?
Yeah.
It's always a what if. We don't know. You're rolling the dice. It's just like anything. Stock market, you roll the dice.
Yeah.
Real estate, you roll the dice. Though you can take a sophisticated approach to rolling that dice. Like, we see the rates going down finally for the first time in 5 years. Like, they are slowly starting to go back to where they were in a sense. Not really. Like 6.5 right now. But predicted to go even lower. Buyers like to hear that. My one client buying in this area, right, Hillsborough, Somerville, Bridgewater area, he was saying, he's like, dude, I was at the higher 6.9, 6.8. Now I can finally afford to buy that 600, 650 home where I was uncomfortable then. I'm so much more comfortable now. That was a 0.4 drop.
Yeah.
Noticing buyers getting a little bit more comfortable, but is that also going to bring out all the buyers that have been waiting for these rates to come down? So will that peak the prices up again?
I don't know. I don't think it's as simple as that, because the mood of the market is still one in which it's like there's so much uncertainty out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like COVID, 2020, 21, 22, economy was great, a lot of certainty, low interest rates. The only reason rates are going to go down now is because they're anticipating a recession. So they're not going down for a good reason.
Right, right.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
The only reason they would lower rates is because things are cooling down. So I think it'll help, loosen up maybe the sellers to move, if they do need to have financing to buy and to sell their house. But I don't know. I think we're going to be in a rocky world for a few 6, 12,
It's a weird
24
spot.
months, We've kind of felt like we've been in limbo for like the last 2 years even. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's waiting, but it's like maybe this is just the new normal. Maybe inventory is going to be tight for a long time. Think about how many people are just not incentivized to move at all.
Mm-hmm,
Like if your house is paid off and you're just paying taxes and, first of all, you may be facing a big capital gains bill. It's almost like prices are so high. Now they're thinking about that.
Right.
Right. And, Florida's not what it was when for retirees to move to. That's not like the obvious choice anymore because of insurance and all the condo issues that are going on down there.
all
So
the hurricanes
Well, it's-
that have been happening.
It's
lately.
crazy, like Florida, like Texas, like these bigger markets that are like they're a straight up buyer's market. Like they can't sell
Yeah.
their properties. Do you think Jersey would ever turn into that?
no.
I don't know either. Tough to predict. I mean, if I were to take roll the dice and gamble on that, I don't know. I think we're in such an interesting area of the country, with New York City being where it is, with Philly being where it is, two major cities. We're stuck right in the middle of so much happening.
Mhm.
We're on the shore. We have a lot of things that are getting imported. We're exporting. Like it's so much that I don't see it crumbling in a sense.
Yeah.
So I can't predict though. I cannot predict though a 1-bedroom condo being worth, $1 million, maybe like in California.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get there anytime soon, maybe one day, but things have got to calm down.
I think one thing New Jersey has going for it outside of schools and location is like, if you look at natural disasters, there's not that knock on wood. There's not that many,
Weren't we just talking about tsunamis the last?
Yeah, but not here. That was in
Hawaii.
Western Japan.
yeah.
But like, if you think about fires and earthquakes and hurricanes, it doesn't really happen here as much as Florida, California.
True.
Though we had 13 earthquakes in Jersey this year.
Yeah, we did.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
13 or 14 or 12.
I didn't,
one of
I didn't
those
feel
numbers.
those. I didn't
No,
feel
we
those.
didn't feel them, but they were in the area. They were where you're living, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Somerset, Morris County area,
Mhm.
Bergen County. Like that's where they've happened multiple times now. That's weird. That's
weird.
weird.
But they were like little baby tremors.
Still tremors.
Just a baby trimmer.
Just a baby tremor. Yeah.
Still tremors.
Doesn't hurt anybody.
A little shake. It is weird.
Oh, this is crazy. So Hillsborough is having what it's called a tax sale.
What?
Tax sale. What's that?
Yeah. I never even knew this was a thing, but I guess it makes sense. So anyone who owes money on their taxes up to 2 years ago, they're putting their house for auction for as little as $20 or as high as $20,000.
When is this?
Just started on Monday. And I
Wow.
have the list on my phone. It's literally on the Hillsborough tax website.
shopping,
Common tax sale down below. Get
Yeah.
the list. Just kidding. Jen's not sending you that list.
But it started on Monday, August 25th, and it goes till September 30th. So it's like an online auction.
Wow.
So if you,
For the house.
yeah, like literally you buy the house. I don't know how much. Is it you just pay the taxes and then you get the house? I don't know.
Interesting.
But like a couple things come to mind. One is that's a great lead source maybe for realtors.
Yeah.
To call these people and be, hey, BT Dubs, like you might lose your house for $60. Do you need it? or like, should we list it if they're in a bad spot? Help you get to a better place,
Right.
before you lose the house in an auction. And it's like, do these people even know their house is on it? Because I was just reading through it. I'm like, damn, I recognize some of these streets. Like, could be my neighbor. I don't know.
Mm,
Right.
shit.
Right. Whoa, that's wild. I mean, I've heard of things like that before, but
Yeah.
I guess they coined it tax sale. And there's a specific date for it. That I thought it was like you can do it whenever you want.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I didn't know they
So it's like a bidding process, though, right? They open bids.
go to the auction website.
Yeah,
Please
that's an
visit
auction.
Yeah.
Hillsborough.newjerseytaxsale.com.
I didn't know.
The bidding closes on September 24th, 2021. Oh, because so they're taking bids.
Yeah.
So I'm
Makes
assuming
sense.
people, but tax sales, cash as is, like you don't even know what you're buying.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's the only thing that kind of stinks, though. You got to take the property.
And I'm assuming you also
As
pay
is.
the back
As
tax.
We're
So much. Wrong button. Hold on. Oh, no, wrong button. As is.
That's it.
That's like a little genie out of a bottle. We're still getting used to all the sound effects that are available to us from our board.
And each other.
But yeah, check your township, see if they have a tax sale website. If you're looking for a deal, maybe.
Could be. Speaking of tax sales,
Oh,
that's actually, there's no segue. That's actually very irrelevant. So in California,
okay.
interesting story.
Love the transition. Well, California does have high taxes.
There it is. All right. So fun fact or fun little trend that's happening in real estate right now. I was reading in the Wall Street Journal. You know
You have
how
a subscription to the Wall Street Journal?
I might.
Okay.
I don't.
Makes sense.
But I was reading. Well, let me ask you. You know how you buy a car? First, you have to test drive it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now what the luxurious price points in California? Some stories have been starting to being written about, but in Newport Coast of Cali, supposedly there was a homeowner. It was a $60 million home that he had listed, and someone wanted to purchase it. However, in the offer, first they put in that they want to test it out before they live in it. So they offered a $250,000 2-month stay, kind of like an Airbnb style, to live in the home and then purchase it.
Wow.
And so they're calling it like test driving the car before you buy, like live before you own.
So during that rental, the seller still owns it? Does it stay on the market?
And those were the questions. Like, what happens? You're gonna, live in it for a little bit, renting it out or testing it out. But like, what if you damage something? What happens if you, I don't know. Can you host parties? Can you what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
What can you do? What can't you do?
And what if somebody else wants to come see it during that time?
Should probably be one of the contingencies, right?
Yeah,
The terms.
Wow.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah, that is interesting. It does make sense. On the one hand, like it's a huge investment. You don't really know a house or the location until you live there,
Right.
Especially if you're out of town or out of state. But what if they do like an upper decker, in your toilets and get it back after the lease, and it's like all your toilets have upper deckers in them. Like, is there a security to get your?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's
that's a lot of liability.
It is a lot of liability, but it's also a very interesting way of going about it. But why I was saying, like the luxurious market, it makes sense. Those homes might be sitting on the market for a little bit longer, so they might have the option and the flexibility to go ahead and offer that type of thing. That's not a $60 million house is not selling overnight. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't know.
And I guess someone selling that probably isn't living there. They probably have multiple homes.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Or they have a means to go in a
or
Hyatt.
Or part of the offer is, hey, owner, I'm going to live with you.
How would you work that with the primary residence?
Yeah. Oh my God. Move over.
Yeah, take the basement.
They couple up.
Oh God.
Couple up. Like
So
Love Island.
Oh my God.
Do you guys watch Love Island?
No,
but
It's very trending.
It is.
very trendy.
It was the #1 streaming show this summer.
Ooh.
really,
So as our pop culture liaison, Ed, maybe you could just watch it. That'd be
I could for the next episode. Yeah.
My wife chained me to the bed and made me watch it.
What?
I voluntarily. Oh no. I voluntarily watched.
she doesn't watch this, does she?
No, definitely doesn't watch this. Yeah, good show. But they say things like "couple up." Let me pull you in for a chat.
Oh,
I'm still exploring.
Ah,
There's a lot of
Ooh.
keywords. You know, you could use in your everyday life.
Yeah.
And-
Imagine writing that in a contract.
Mm.
We'll couple up.
Couple up. Oh my god.
I'd love to couple up with you
Holy shit.
in your
Okay.
queen bed.
Here's an
Why has it gotta
interesting
be a queen
question. Yeah, why can't it be a king
Could be a twin.
or a single
He,
or a
they,
couple?
a they bed.
They bet. Oh.
Oh, and
Nice.
Okay.
You're getting used to the sounds.
yeah.
That's good.
I only know the blue button.
That's good. Question for both of you.
Okay.
What is the weirdest thing that you've seen in an offer? Or
Probably
have
one that
submitted?
I wrote.
Okay. What would you write?
I don't know if I could say it.
Oh, shit.
One of the lines in the extra contractual provisions was that I would wear a sign on 206 that said, "This agent is the best agent in Hillsborough."
No.
Yeah. The offer did not get accepted. I think I might have scared the sellers, but damn it, we were
Wear a
close.
amazing.
sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
It made them
Genius.
laugh. We were just off on the price, but yeah.
You're good at that. You always like to throw in like something.
I do a lot of fun things.
Yeah, little zingers.
It's not really happening as much anymore because there's not 15 offers, but
Right.
like my theory on it was I knew they were putting them in an Excel sheet to compare them side by side. I wanted to put something in the offer where they had to make a new column where it's like private chef. Oh, no one else has that. You know,
Yeah.
good.
or like a DJ for my kids' graduation party, you know, or like
Like just a very unique
a
like-
donation to charity, you know, in honor of the seller's name, you know, especially if it's a trustee kind
Mhm.
of situation where they passed away,
Yeah.
you know, and then signs on 206.
So smart.
Sal?
Nothing like a sign on 206.
Yeah.
The one that always, it's not really that weird, but it's always like a little interesting. I've had a couple offers recently where they asked for all of the personal items to stay.
Oh my God.
Like they just like the way that the property looks and all of the personal items to stay, which I always think is a little like, yeah,
the
like you want,
furniture.
like, you don't know what they did in that bed. Like you want,
Yeah.
you sure you want that bed? Like they just ask for everything. I've had that actually happen a couple of times recently.
You
Yeah.
gotta be careful with that with lenders though, because they want to know what the house is worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the house and the couch and the bed.
True.
You know, so a lot of times we got to do addendums like all this shit is separate. You
Right.
know, but cash buyers it doesn't matter. You know,
Right.
But usually the best looking houses are staged. So
Mm-hmm.
who owns that stuff? at
Put it
the
in
end
the
of day?
contract. Stager comes and just takes it all.
It's funny that all these stagers like they don't do home design. They just do staging for real estate. Most of them that are
Mhm.
like doing it full time. And I always get questions from sellers or buyers like, "Can we hire her to do our house?" I'm like,
Like full blown
"No,
interior
she
design.
doesn't
yeah.
want to. Just wants to do this.
Wow.
But I wonder what's more lucrative. I don't really know the business model, but I would assume if you're working with someone like one-on-one, it's like 30-day consultations and like just a lot of back and forth, and probably just make more money. Just boom.
I imagine that's got to be more
Because
lucrative.
there's
Yeah.
they don't even talk to me. They just like look at the house and then know exactly what to bring. There's no back and forth.
Yeah.
And they're always right, like with what it needs. I'm never like that picture doesn't work here.
Right,
You know? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
an
no.
interesting business.
And there's creativity. Sometimes people are not as creative. Very, I guess, left brain or detailed, analytical, and all that stuff. So I don't know.
Sal, what's in your brain?
Just whispers.
Oh no! Don't say whispers. How do I turn that off?
Speaking-
I hate whispers.
Speaking of luxury, I got a question for you too.
All right.
So, Avraham Tahari, the co-founder of the fashion brand Eli Tahari,
Bless you.
listed his European-inspired estate in Alpine, New Jersey for $24.75 million. If you guys want to go in on it, this lavish property is 21,000 square feet. So I want to ask you guys at a price point of that, like the ultra luxury, how does it differ to list and like handle a property like that? Like, what's the difference between like that versus like, a couple $1 million, like a 1.5 or like a 2 million? Like, is there a difference when you're like at that ultra
I would assume
luxurious,
so.
like
For sure.
price point on how you go about marketing it. And
Yes, and I'm not. Like right now, I'm going to talk like not an expert in that, but I'm going to talk about logically how I would think about it. Logically speaking, the buyer that is buying that is maybe not local. They might be out of state. They
True.
might be out of country. They also might not have time to research on houses. They have someone else doing it for them. This is when their handy dandy financial advisor, their real estate professional, their attorney, their back end, like everything comes into play as a team, because now that person that is buying a $24 million house is not scrolling on Zillow. That person is making money elsewhere, has other things to do. She, he, whatever, they are doing something else. So you have to try to get to that avatar, to those people. How do you do it? I don't think it's just going to be a Zillow is enough. Like, you got to go out there, market. You have to reach out to the Chinese market. You have to reach out to the Asian market. You have to reach out to the Indian market. You have to reach out to the European market. Like, where money's at. How do you get there? I ain't Zillow. They don't know Zillow. They know other things. So, like, yeah, you got to get very creative with it.
Like their business manager might be looking, and not them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like with Netflix studios opening in Eatontown.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
I think a lot of those celebrities are going to be looking for homes in the area.
Yeah.
Especially the business savvy ones are going to be like, let's buy now before others,
Big time. Big time.
I've heard of that going on.
I was just talking to my developers this morning. I was telling them, Abe, I was talking to him. I was telling him, dude, I have an opportunity over in Long Branch. And I asked him, I said, you see what's coming there? You see the Netflix studios? He says, no, what is it? People aren't knowing about it yet. They still don't know. So Netflix is coming to Jersey, and it's going to be the next Hollywood of the East Coast.
That's why they need the As podcast.
Fort Monmouth.
Fort Monmouth, yeah.
That thing sat empty for like 15 years.
20 that long, really?
For so long. Like since 2007, 8, something
Holy
like
shit.
that. I don't know the exact year, but it's been a long time.
But they started breaking ground. They started already demolishing all the buildings on it. So it's work in progress, but how long it's going to take, I don't know. But yeah, as you're saying, these Hollywood stars and all are going to start coming out to the East Coast now because, I don't know, it just makes sense for the years to come. I mean, look at Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 2. There was like 13 different towns that were filmed in Jersey.
Yeah, it's like all
and that was a Netflix studio production.
Yeah.
So
Did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Interesting movie. It was a little modern for me, but like, okay, cute story. I like how he's doing it for the family and all that stuff, So I don't know. I respect the movie. I love that Adam always incorporates his family and his friends in his movies.
Yeah.
Like, that is a contingency. Like, I ain't filming until they
his
are.
wife, his kids.
I feel like that's what kind of why he has a cult following. Not that it's like the best movies ever made, but it's like the same characters every time. Every time.
Yeah. No, it's cool. But the movie was cool.
Yeah.
As a hockey guy, golf guy, like I'm like, all right, I like that. And people like the culture and, like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Cool. So I think that's it.
I love it. We talked. We kept it very as is.
Yeah.
We didn't talk too much smack about each other.
No.
We might in the next episodes.
What do you guys think about this little cold front that we're getting?
Love it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
Do you guys prefer hoodie weather or you prefer?
I like hoodies, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, they're comfy. I like sleeping in them. Sleeping in them.
How often do you sleep in a hoodie?
Almost every day.
Sleep in a hoodie?
Yeah.
Like a snuggie?
Yeah, something like that.
No, you don't. It's disgusting. That's disgusting.
The music.
Explain.
Well, folks, that does it for the As Is podcast. This is the first official episode. We just want to thank you for coming out and our sponsors. Ed, who's our sponsors?
Us. I think we're sponsoring this show at the
There you
moment.
go.
50 capacity sheets. Better than a swing line.
Oh.
Not as good as a paperclip. 50 capacity sheets.
Yep.
Amazon's #1 stapler. Thank you. See you on the next one.